In our fast-paced world where success is constantly glorified, it's easy to get caught in the hustle. But have you ever stopped to question the true cost to this relentless pursuit? So in this video, we're going to dive into the heart of the hustle culture and peel back the glossy facade to reveal the hidden truths that may surprise you. So welcome, my empowered visionaries. My name is Shamvira Shepherd. I am a purpose coach and entrepreneur. I empower professional millennial women to embark on a journey of self-discovery, unlock their unique potential, and pursue a meaningful career that reflects their values. So let's dive in. Pound hard work, pound overtime, pound getting to the money, pound hustle culture. So what is hustle culture and when did it all start? So there's no definitive answer and no one can really say when it started, but let's just rewind time back to the American dream. So it pretty much states that every individual, regardless of your background or social status, has the opportunity to achieve success, prosperity, upward mobility with hard work, determination, and equal access to opportunities. But we all know that's not the case. For individuals coming from disadvantaged backgrounds or underserved communities, those opportunities are not always available to them. And so this idea of work hard and you're going to be successful is not really an American dream for every individual. But because of this definition of what the American dream is, it has created that stigma that you have to put in hard work in order to be successful. Now, don't get me wrong, you do. And anytime that you decide you want to pursue something to go after your passions, you're going to have to put in some work. But what exactly is hard work? Like, what does that mean? And that can differ amongst each individual as far as the amount of work or time that they decide they want to put in their passions. But we can say that created this idea of hustling was, oh, hey, I need to work hard in order to get what I want. But again, it created it planted the seed, but it will build over time to what we are dealing with in modern society today. Now, fast forward to the advancement of technology. So we all know a lot of us have worked in corporate America, worked our 9-to-5 jobs. And with the advancement of technology, what that created was the opportunity for these businesses to be able to automate processes, right? So if there was an individual that normally would have been assigned to do 5 tasks, and now with the new technology that allowed these companies to automate, say, 3 or 4 of those tasks. And so now it's, what's the use of this individual in this position when now we have this system in place that's going to do what you do and do it better? So those same individuals were being laid off, given a severance package and say, hey, we hope you can find another job. Or if you want to stay with the company, you will have to apply for a different position, right? And so the other tasks that the system may not have been able to do and still needed that human process, right? They would just basically train their existing associates to handle those tasks. And so that created a different environment as well of, another sense of hard work, meaning you have to be agile, you have to be flexible, you have to be a multitasker, you have to have the ability to do many different things because now the jobs are requiring you to do more than just the basic tasks that, maybe the baby boomers or the Gen Xers or whatever, our grandparents or parents were doing during their time. So if you had the American dream and the advancement of technology and all the things that were shifting, that's what kind of created or started the hustle culture, right? Again, the American dream planted the seed, and then we have the slight growth of the advancement of technology. So the problem that we have with the whole hustle culture is the burnout. right? It could have been the 90s, the early 2000s. We can say during the Great Recession in 2008, where people were losing their jobs, so there was no job stability, financial security was a risk. So people were doing whatever it is that they needed to do in order to keep their jobs. And that created a burnout in a lot of individuals because they were doing the extra task, going the extra mile, picking up multiple jobs, doing whatever it took in order to take care of their family, right? And so that also created another issue, a problem with work-life balance is now you're prioritizing your work over your family or your work over your passions and your interests. And this is this whole idea that you have to just work in order to fulfill the American dream, or to feel like you're successful, or to feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do as a citizen in the community. And in all actuality, you're not. If you take a lot of the millionaires, billionaires, thousandaires, they're not working extra hard. They're not putting in overtime. They're not, prioritizing their work over their families. They are monetizing and allowing it to work for them. So instead of them chasing the money is chasing them. That's the American dream. That's the idea of you don't chase money. You work to a point where the money chases you. I actually remember filling out a job application, and it was for like a major company. And I had to choose one of two answers. And it was like a questionnaire. So I can't remember verbatim, but one of them was, would I prefer or prioritize work-life balance or going to work and assisting the customers? And I felt some type of way because I'm like, why do I have to choose out of going to work and assisting my customers and then also my work-life balance? So I'm having to weigh out on this scale which one would I prefer, right? But that is the society that we're in today. And that lets me know the mindset of a lot of businesses is they want you to be there for them and want you to put in the work for their company and be there for their customers. But yet my life, personal life, does not really matter. So we all know, we're all dealing with, because of our own personal lives and issues that we have going on, or it could be what we have going on at work, right? It's a lot of stress, anxiety, depression, so many things are going on. And then yet we're giving everything to the other people, but we're neglecting our own needs. So that is a major problem as well, that if we continue to neglect our own needs, then there's a lack of productivity. I can't come to work and do the things that I need to do if I am burnt out. So burnout can result to mental health issues. Right? We look at all these people on social media, or, as the saying goes, right, the Joneses, and we're seeing all these things that they're doing or the things they're getting. And we feel that there's this dire need that we have to live up to these standards. And these standards are unrealistic. Like, these people are only showing you the happy parts of their lives. They're only showing you the highs. They're not showing you the lows. They're not showing you the things that they're putting in. They sit in front of a computer or in front of their phones or their cameras, and they're going to tell you these things, but they're not showing you the back end work and the things that they have had to do, or the things they are doing to be able to get the material things or to live this luxurious life that they're showing you. And so that can create the unrealistic expectations. And then now you have self-esteem issues, or now it's this comparison thing that's going on. So this whole hustle mentality that you're seeing that everybody else is doing, is not realistically working for you. When it's all said and done, you're still not happy. Even with you doing all the work, you're, working hard, doing all the things. Again, you're still not happy. Why? Because you're focusing on the wrong things. You're focusing on what society wants you to do, or maybe what your parents wanted you to do, but you're not actually living in your divine calling. You're not walking in your purpose. And so at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you're hustling and bustling and working hard to fulfill the desires of someone else. And then we're not going to add in all the other issues as far as inflation and living costs. That's just adding or piling on top of everything else that we have going on. So we feel there's always this need to just work hard and get to the money. And then you're working hard all year to take a week off from work and go on a vacation, and you're back doing it again. It's like a continuous cycle. But let's just flip it on the other side, right? What's the solution to all of this? In today's society, a lot of us millennials, we have this desire for autonomy. We want to do our own things. We're looking into entrepreneurship. We're looking into, side hustles, side gigs. We're taking control of our own lives, and we're now deciding that we're going to put our foot forward and we're going to do what we need to do. I remember I was watching this interview. A young lady was being interviewed, and the interviewer asked her how long had it been since she had graduated college, and she said 3 years. Then she asked, well, how many jobs have you had since you graduated? She said 4. Okay, so that lets us know that we're not settling for these companies anymore, going after our desires, and we're deciding that, hey, if you're not going to provide me the things that I need or that's going to align with my values, then I'm going to go somewhere else. So then we want things that are going to align with our mental health, right? Social impact, diversity, equity, and inclusion. All of those things align with our values, and those are things that we stand for. So I ask you today, my empowered visionaries, how do you define success? Not what your mom says, not what your grandmother says, not what your friend says or your significant other, but what does success look like to you? So make sure that you comment in the comment section. I definitely want to hear from you. Please like, share, subscribe so that you're not missing any future videos. And I hope to hear from you soon. But unleash your potential, ignite your purpose. Until next time.